this is Sim from Sim Goes Green. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a great day. Today we're going to talk about reuse versus recycling. So there's 3 R's to sustainability. The first one is reduce, and there's recycle, and then the last one is reuse. Now the first one, reduce, just basically means reducing the amount of consumption of something. So you just reduce the waste that you're producing, right? So instead of buying something in bulk or buying unnecessary things, you just buy as much as you need, so you're not really throwing away or creating a lot of waste. Second one is recycle. Recycling just means when you have the waste, and when you recycle the waste, it gets converted into new objects, right? So that can be used again. And then the last one is reuse. Reusing just means when you have an object and instead of throwing it away, you find another purpose for it, right? So let's say you bought a something that comes in a mason jar, right? And you use the materials inside, and now you just have the mason jar, and now you're going to use the mason jar, maybe to grow a plant in it, or as something you drink your juice in the morning, or water in, something like that. That's kind of what reuse is. Now, I want to talk about reusing versus recycling. Now, this video is not to say that recycling is bad. But this is kind of something that's been on my mind lately, and I just wanted to kind of chat with you guys and see what you guys think about it, right? Now, recycling is great. We all should recycle. If you're using anything that has plastic in it or anything that is recyclable, instead of throwing it away in regular garbage, you should be recycling it, right? But I don't think we think about what all goes into recycling something, right? So when you recycle something, there's a whole process that goes through into making something, into breaking things down and then making them into new objects, right? So if plastic is being recycled, there's this whole process of, I think, converting it into something and then, remaking it into fresh plastic. And when you recycle plastic, especially, and make into other materials, the plastic loses some of its, for lack of a better word, its original elements. What I've learned is a lot of recycled plastic is used in like clothing or carpets or shoes, things like that, because recycled plastic loses a lot of its properties, right? That's the word I was looking for. It uses a lot of its properties. So anyways, coming back to the recycle versus reuse. Now, when you're recycling something, or when things are being recycled, there's this whole process they have to go through, right? And this whole process takes a lot of energy and emits a lot of carbon dioxide, right? So it still leaves a big carbon footprint on the planet. Versus when you reuse something, you're not really creating any waste. You're not really throwing something away. You're just finding a new purpose for that material. Before throwing something away, before recycling it, let's say you did use a plastic water bottle, right? Instead of throwing it away, maybe you can cut it up and make something out of it, right? Maybe that's something I can create a video on later on about, how to repurposing some of the things that we usually throw away in recycling. But I think, reusing, before you throw something away, try to reuse it, or buy things that you can, once you use the material for its original purpose, you can reuse it for something else, right? That way you are not really throwing things away and just creating more waste, or putting them into this process of where a lot of energy is used and a lot of carbon dioxide is emitted. But yeah, that's kind of what my opinion is on this. And I think if there was an option between reusing and recycling, and you can reuse this material for another purpose, I would say reuse it, right? Because then you're reducing the carbon that is being emitted into the atmosphere. If you like this video, please leave comments, share, subscribe, and like. And thank you so much for going green with Sim Goes Green. Bye!